I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow. Number 53, Mike 53. Don't get nervous.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. 2, fellas. Let's go. Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is the tight end, the Joker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Here we go. 53, Mike. I got you, pop.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Prescott. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. First down, here's a run with Peterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Peterson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on first down. Peterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Yellow. 15. 50, Mike, 50. Get the ball.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Right there. Oh, damn, baby. Yellow.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as they should be, and offensive line injuries.
3 straight losses. They're 3-3. How about the Chiefs? 2 straight home losses.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definite reason for concern because they cannot get the running game figured out. Todd Gurley not touching it enough, but Kenny.
And then the Browns. Everyone was so high on the... Oh, Prescott stripped! And this is picked up by the defense. And he's got Rome. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, the quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Prescott to throw it. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. They'll throw again. Prescott. It's caught by Sanders. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Dak on the option left. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
We're going to 50 for 1 inch. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing. Prescott. Room to run inside the 40. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Chicago. Adrian Peterson, 39 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes firing complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete to Sanders. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Mahomes now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charles Tillman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
47. 26.
Now Dak on the option left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Get off the field. Hey, 43, 15. 50, Mike's 50.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
46, 46. 53 to Mike. Watch hard. 53. Watch the screen. Screen. Check. 26.
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? 53 is the Mike. Hey, let's get that ball. 26.
Prescott to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. DRC, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie getting in there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Gano's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And Sanders has got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Ladies and gentlemen,